Okay, y'all. So the girl is crazy. My other video got deleted, but that's okay. That's Gucci. That's cool because receipts for days. So it's on and popping. But pretty much I'm gonna get into how crazy people can be when you associate yourself with them and you know you shouldn't be. So I'm gonna just fill y'all in a little bit on that. So quick little recap while I get ready. So I've been on a girl for since our junior year of high school. I can't remember when that was. So for about 5, 6, 7 years, I've been knowing her, and like the way that I met her, like I found out that she was sucking dick on the side of the stairwell, and when I confronted her about it, she was like, openly honest. So I was like, okay, I can fuck with her because she wild and crazy, and that's cool. For some reason I liked wild and crazy. So shortly after, like during our whole friendship, she became like obsessive. She became controlling. Like she didn't want me to have any other friends. She didn't want me to hang out with anybody else, talk to anybody else. She didn't want me having girlfriends. She didn't want me having boyfriends. Like she intervened in a lot of my relationships. She put me in a lot of deadly situations with her relationships. And you can find that on my other YouTube channel, because this is pretty much the backstory, like everything that got a band-aid on it due to the original video being taken down because somebody was salty. So, yeah, and this is just in high school. So after high school, it was like sometime around, well, right after high school, she stole clothes from me. And tried to get really defensive and lied about it. She got really disrespectful, and she pretty much didn't want to confront me as a woman and talk about it. All this whole, let's talk about it. She didn't want to talk about it. She just wanted to, act like the big guy, act like, I wasn't helping her, letting her stay at my people's house, giving her sanctuary, giving her friendship when she really didn't deserve it, which really got to me. So yeah, she didn't want to admit that until she apologized for stealing the clothes like a couple months later. And she called me after I blocked her. I did try and beat her ass. She didn't want to confront me because to me, it's like, you gonna run your mouth or what are you gonna do? Because running your mouth consistently is very pointless, in my opinion, if you got a problem. So after that situation, she contacted me and she's having a mental breakdown, and she's all like, her dude left her, and this is the same guy that like dragged her in the street and body slammed her in front of McDonald's, stole her phone, like got her evicted from her apartment, fucked the apartment up, a bunch of shit. So this is the same guy that I told her to stop fucking with, and I knew him before her, and he's actually a really cool guy, but she was wild, and he tried to keep up with it, and he tried to take advantage of her at the same time, because she doesn't have to like rely on anything or depend on anybody, well, but her parents. She doesn't have to do anything on her own type shit. So everything that she's ever had, from apartments to cars, it's been her family. No shade, because I wish my family would help like that, but my fiance, his family helps like that, so I kind of do see it from another perspective. But at the same time, I didn't judge her for it just because she didn't have to work as hard as me, or she didn't have to deal with the same type of struggles as I did growing up. I still felt like, we were in some ways compatible to be friends. So she ends up talking to like different guys. She's meeting online. At this point, I have my own apartment too. And I can't remember specifically each reason that, we'd fall off, but we'd fall off for like weird, stupid ass reasons. Like after the stealing clothes, I had made a Twitter because around the time Donald Trump was going hard on Twitter, and it had let me know who was findable in my contacts, and I seen hers, and hold and behold, or however you say it, she's like talking shit about me, and she had recently posted something about me, and it was really mean, and it really hurt my feelings because, you know, I seen that side of her whenever we had got into it about my clothes, but she never said anything to my face, no matter what the situation was. So I didn't say anything. I let it go on for the next few days because I was like, okay, maybe I'm tripping, maybe she talking about somebody else. But then it came down to it where I was like, I'm curious. She's sitting in my home. I want to see what she's typing online because she's quiet. She's not saying anything. Like, I'm pretty sure I offended her by telling her to leave this nigga alone and he's not good for her. So I remember that we got into it about that situation because I'm like, well, I waited until she left because I knew she's not good at confrontation. Every time I confronted her like face to face, she didn't know what to say. It would just be stutters or lies. So I waited until she left and I sent her the screenshots, and I'm just like, so you sitting here like trying to shit on my life and my relationship status and how I handle men, and I'm just trying to tell you, getting beat by a man and him stealing your shit, that's not love. You like me just telling her like the basic shit, and she will go back to them niggas and be like, my friend said this, my friend said that. Which would cause friction between me and them niggas, because then she'd come back and be like, well, now they cousins want to fight you and this and that much because you told me to stop talking to them. Just a lot of shit. So after that instance with the whole Twitter thing, we ended up talking back again. I don't know how, but each time she would contact me and she'll apologize, and I'll be like, all right, fuck it, things changed. Maybe she different. So this time came back around. She didn't slow down with the Twitter shit. She just went heavy on it. And she didn't even really, but I didn't say nothing because I didn't want, like, I was lonely at the time. I didn't want our friendship to end. But she wasn't just going heavy on Twitter. At this time, I didn't know that she was posting about me on her YouTube, and that she was, you know, just talking to like pretty much nobody that's listening about me. So I find that out shortly after she tries to do a YouTube video of us going to Galveston, and she tells me her YouTube, and I go and see, and I'm like, okay, this is weird. Like, there's a couple of videos that have me included and me involved, and over the time and over years, more videos about me accumulated. Didn't say anything, didn't do anything at the time. I just ignored it, kept accepting her apology every single time she did some snake shit and came back. Then it came down to the point to where like she'd just be showing up at my apartment fucked up off perks, acid, oxy, whatever she could get her hands on. It was mainly Xanax, but overnight she couldn't find a plug, so she'd just be fucked up off of everything. And she'd show up at my door at 3 o'clock in the morning, and I would let her in, even though we not cool. So we had that type of friendship to where she could come to me no matter what nigga just kicked her out of his car, no matter what situation she was in with a friend or family member. Like, I was that friend that was there for her, but it was never vice versa. So the energy was never there back. So it came down to it to where she put me in another threatening situation where somebody wanted to find out where I stay because of something she did and something she said. Mind you, before this, I had a gun pointed at me from one of her pimps because she made him move out of her apartment when he was pimping her out, and he didn't want to give her any money, so she threw him out with the rest of his hoes. And besides the point, I was in another threatening situation after the fact, and instead of me just like going crazy about it, I was just like, you know, I don't want the dude at my apartments no more. I don't want him dropping you off over here no more. Like, you really need to cut ties with him. This shit is dangerous. It's not good. And she just wanted to keep, you know, being a suburban chick running with the hood niggas. So, come to find out, he's still coming by. He's still dropping her off. So I cut her off and I didn't say anything. And come to find out, she's on live talking about me. She's just smacking the gums, just talking about me. So I'm just like, that's just crazy, bro. That's just real crazy. So after that, she apologizes again. And this is all within 1 month, January 2021. And shortly after, like, I found out I was pregnant. But before then, like, she had got her car back, so she was acting funny. She wasn't contacting me, like, whenever I would text her and be like, what you doing? She's like, I'm going to the mall, or I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And, like, she never invite me, even though whenever she was over at my place, I invited her everywhere, even though Nobody I fucked with liked her. Everybody told me she was weird, like obsessed with me and in love with me. And she was and still is obsessed and literally in love with me. Not in like the best friend kind of way, but like she talks about having sex with me in the dreams and whatnot. Like she posts about it and everything. So, and of course, I mean, like you're talking, I'm still gonna look. I'm still gonna, I'm not gonna look. I'm not gonna deny that I'm gonna look, especially if somebody's making me the main topic of their whole life. I'm gonna want to see what the chapter is next on me. So, especially if I got the time. So, it got to the point where she was like posting my family's information and address and just posting like this eviction record that I had. So I pressed charges on her for harassment and I just let it go from there. She continued heavily, and I still ignored her. She texted me from her phone number. She texted me from multiple phone numbers. It came to a point to where she blew my phone up a couple of weeks ago. She blew it up, like she blew that shit up. Text messages, calls. So my friend decided to call one of the numbers she was calling me from. You know, like tell her to leave me the fuck alone. My friend don't have no filter. So, and my friend recorded it. So this is the base part 1 video. I'm gonna do a reaction video to pretty much how much somebody makes me a topic of every conversation, every situation, every live. Like I could like not watch it, but at the same time, like I'm the main topic. I am your entertainment, so I will be there to entertain. So I will be reacting to my stalker obsessing over me, like to the max. Like you'll see the ups, you'll see the downs, you'll see the weirdness. Like it's different to be like, you know, this girl is over here doing this, all she do is lay on the couch, all she do is take care of her child, all she do is this and that, but she do the same thing every day, and then be like, I'm not watching her shit though. How do you know? Like, how specifically do you know? So my fiance wanted me to press charges on her again because this time the state would take her ass to court, but I know how demented she is, and I gave her one more strike, so I let her know, and I answered one phone call, and I let her know to leave me alone, because if she don't, she's gonna get another charge. So the only thing she wants to do is talk. She's all like, you don't want to talk to me, you just want to post, you don't want to talk, you want to post to me on TikTok and Instagram and Facebook and to these strangers, and don't nobody know us, don't nobody know me, why do you have a YouTube? Because I don't have to talk to somebody I don't like. Besides that, you weren't a topic. After I got pregnant and I cut you off, you weren't a topic. You made yourself a topic when you inserted yourself into my life, and you made me the main topic of your whole existence. So I am going to be turning that into entertainment and letting the viewers react and enjoy. So I do have to, you know, alter a few voices. I do have to blur out a few faces. But at the end of the day, the people who know, who motherfucking know what the deal is. So again, this is just spreading awareness on who you let be around you. I was adolescent, I was lonely, I was desperate to have a friend, and I just chose the wrong person to befriend. So this video may be here for some time and it may not, but either way, it's gonna be up on my other YouTube channel too. But I'm doing more unfiltered videos on those channels because she don't know those channels, and a lot of my videos got deleted from here because she got them deleted from here because, you know, saltiness. So with that being said, stay tuned for part 2 of the reaction video of my ex-best friend being fucking obsessed with me. And remember to be yourself, love yourself, and focus on yourself.